Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you're watching this from. These are my Azerbaijan Grand Prix predictions for next weekend's Grand Prix. So let's get straight into it. So we've got 7, 8, 9 races remaining in this F1 season. So let's get straight into it. So we'll start off then with the UK schedule. Obviously 19th September, practice 1. Obviously, which is a Friday, 9:30 to 10:30. This is all UK schedule in the morning. Same day, practice 2, 1 p.m. to 2 p.m. Saturday, the 20th September, 9:30 to 10:30. And obviously on the same day, on the Saturday, qualifying is 1 p.m. to 2 p.m. And it's very, very early. Well, 2 hours early for the race start compared to the normal race start of 2 p.m. It is now a 12 midday race start. For Azerbaijan on Sunday, 21st September. Obviously, Baku already built reputation for unpredictable results and drama on the track. High speeds, low track passiveness, and tight corners all come together to create a unique challenge for drivers and team principals alike. Your speed cornering is crucial. Focusing on top speed and acceleration is also recommended. Various cars with stats focus on power. Opening on soft or mediums before switching to hards with single pit will be common strategy at Baku, but if you can squeeze in another pit and swap to softs under the safety car, you might just be able to grab victory. At this point in the season, Kia front runners have likely presented themselves in the points. If you've been struggling to make it into the top 10, Baku may offer an opportunity for an offset and your track passiveness makes tyre preservation far less important at Baku, while you should continue to monitor your tyres. Your focus should be on judging when to direct your drivers to puts. Obviously, circuit information, circuit type power, obviously, circuit passiveness is low power, of course, circuit length 6.003 kilometers, first Grand Prix 2016, number of laps 51, race distance 306.049 kilometers, lap record set by Charles Leclerc 143.009 in 2019, safety car chance 67%, pit end time lost 19 seconds. There is 20 turns around the circuit. The best overtaking opportunities is a non-start finish straight and potentially turns 2 to 3, which is mainly 50-50 opportunity, really. It all depends, doesn't it? So, in terms of my predictions then, in terms of my qualifying prediction, I think Charles Leclerc will qualify on pole. I'm just not sure McLaren will have the car for qualifying, in my opinion. Obviously, they are the most dominant car this season and they should be favourites for qualifying, but they have struggled in Azerbaijan in the past. Obviously, Piastri won the Grand Prix last year, but Lando Norris especially, he was the one that struggled around this circuit. Maybe Norris test redemption around here, who knows. But Charles Leclerc seems to do well, doesn't he, around the street surface, doesn't he, Charles Leclerc? And I think Charles Leclerc suits the street circus, doesn't he? Especially when it's your power as well. There's a lot of corners and turns as well. There's only really 2 straights, really. Which actually may play into Charles Leclerc's hands this weekend. I'm not saying he's done a win, but he will definitely. I think he will qualify on pole because he was quite similar to Hungary as well. Hungary obviously is not a street circuit, but it was a lot of turns and corners, wasn't it? And straights as well. So that's why I think Charles Leclerc will actually qualify on pole, in my opinion. Which might be a shock against the McLarens, but I just fancy Charles Leclerc's qualifying pole. I just think street circuits do suit Charles Leclerc. In terms of race prediction, completely different. I just think Ferrari just done me Ferrari in the race, in my opinion. I've done for Oscar Piastri to win the Grand Prix. I've done for Oscar Piastri to get back-to-back race wins in Baku. He suited the Grand Prix last year. I think he'll suit it again this year, Piastri. And I think he'll strengthen the gap on Norris once again. I think Lando Norris will qualify. I think Lando Norris will finish second due to Charles Leclerc and Ferrari messing Charles Leclerc up. That is my prediction for the Grand Prix. Ferrari will mess Charles Leclerc's race up because that's what they do, Ferrari. Because I don't think if Ferrari didn't mess the drivers' races up, then I actually think Charles Leclerc would actually finish above Norris, personally. But that I don't for that as the podium. I don't for Russell to finish in fourth. Verstappen does kind of struggle, doesn't he, around Baku? He does struggle around Baku, but again, it's Max Verstappen. Wouldn't shock you if he did win this Grand Prix. It is Max Verstappen at the end of the day. He missed the impossible possible. But I just think for the ties, I just don't think he'll be suited around Baku for Verstappen. Yes, overtaking opportunities as well. It's only made him that non-start finish straight, really. So I think Verstappen will finish in fifth. I think Alonso will have a good race. I think he'll finish in sixth. I think the Williams drivers will both get in the points in seventh and eighth. I think it suits them, this Grand Prix. I think it suits their car for this Grand Prix, in my personal opinion. I think Berman gets in the points as well, just because Haas are just basically a race car, yes we will, not a qualifying car. And I think Lewis Hamilton sneaks in. I actually feel he does sneak into the points because I think he'll struggle round here, Lewis Hamilton. But then Ferrari seem to do well. A Ferrari car, especially for Leclerc, seems to do well on street surface. So it's one of them with Hamilton, just don't know, do you? He may do well around Azerbaijan. If Charles Leclerc can do well, then you just wonder if Hamilton might do well. But I don't know. Like I said, I think Hamilton is finished as a driver, in my opinion. Well, he's finished in terms of trying to win the championship, in my opinion. He's finished at that level. And he's probably finished at winning races as well, Hamilton. So, which is a real shame for a 7-time world champion as well. So, but yeah, that's my race prediction. I do think Oscar Piastri will strengthen his gap on Lando Norris. I think it suits Piastri, this circuit, in my opinion. But then Norris, but also Norris has done well recently at street circuits, Monaco, Singapore last year. So Azerbaijan is quite unpredictable. It's hard to predict that Azerbaijan Grand Prix because you just don't know what's going to happen. So I think Piastri will win the race, though. I do think Leclerc will qualify on pole, but I think Piastri will win the race, and that is my race prediction. And I think Piastri will strengthen the gap over Lando Norris again, but it could be one of them because Piastri ended up winning at the Dutch Grand Prix, and that suited Lando Norris. So you just never know. It wouldn't shock me if Norris wins this Grand Prix, to be fair, because in terms of circuits that suit the title contenders, the complete opposite seems to happen, doesn't it? Piastri wins in Netherlands, in Zandvoort, and I wouldn't really go against Norris winning Baku, to be honest with you. I wouldn't, because the complete opposite seems to happen in terms of who suits this circuit. So, but yeah, very unpredictable Grand Prix Azerbaijan for me. Strange things can happen, but feel free to leave your thoughts and predictions down below in the comments. Will Lando Norris step back to winning ways? Will Oscar Piastri make a back-to-back race wins in Baku? Or will Ferrari come out from nowhere here in Azerbaijan and probably end up winning the race for once this weekend? Or will Max Verstappen make the impossible possible then and make a back-to-back race wins? Feel free to leave your thoughts down below in the comments, and I'll see you all for the Azerbaijan Grand Prix review.